All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name, I guess I should put it up there so y'all can see it. Emanuel Livingston. I am the king of talk. Um, all right, let me say some hellos. We got to talk about the election, some of the things that the election is stirring up in people, and then I, I don't have a new mission. I don't have a new mission, but I have I have a mission. I have a mission, and I'll talk about what the mission is. All right. But for right now, let me say hello to people. I like to talk to the people. Terry was first, by the way. Good afternoon, Terry, representing downtown. We got North College Hill in the house with Maria. Good afternoon. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon. YouTube in here. Got representing somewhere near Avondale. Can we take somewhere near? Hold on. Can we take somewhere near Avondale as a area where somebody's calling from? Will we accept somewhere near Avondale? Okay, they say we will accept it. So somewhere near Avondale, April. All right, she's representing somewhere near Avondale. Representing Westchester, David. Good afternoon. Representing Wood, Anthony. All right. Cindy says I'm dressed up. It's just a shirt. It's just a. I know. I'm used to wearing my t-shirts. I got on a t-shirt under here. I'm just used to wearing t-shirts, but you know, it as it gets a little cooler, I have to put on sleeves, and I don't always wear a hoodie. Sometimes I wear a shirt with some buttons. Representing Gulf Manor, Andrea. Good afternoon. Representing Fairfield, Tessie. Representing Boston, Sierra. Good afternoon. Representing Springdale, McConnell. All right. Representing Hebron, David Martin. David Martin. I don't know David Martin. I just felt like saying it like that. Representing DC, Thalia Cooks. All right. And representing Fairfield is Brenda. Good afternoon, Brenda. Representing somewhere in Cincinnati. Okay, hold on. See, somewhere near Avondale, we accept it. But somewhere near Cincinnati, can we accept somewhere near Cincinnati? Somewhere near. See, Avondale, we know is a neighborhood in Cincinnati. So at least we know you in Cincinnati and you're near this area. But somewhere near Cincinnati, that could be all over the. Are we accepting somewhere near Cincinnati? Okay, they say yes. So Janice representing somewhere near Cincinnati. I'm going to have to get with these judges. I don't think I like these answers. I need some specificity. But good afternoon, Janice. Somewhere near Hamilton County. Right, since we just doing anything now. Judges, are we accepting? Yes, we're accepting it. We accepted everything today. We ain't accepting none of that shit tomorrow. Let me see. Representing Northside, Tracy. Why I gotta be looking like a 70s Chi-Town pimp? It's just a button down. Y'all some haters. Some of y'all. All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. That's everybody who's kind of chimed in so far. Thank you for taking some time out to spend with me. I appreciate it. Brent, he's checking in somewhere near Earth. And he spelled it right. Somewhere near Earth. Hey, if we accepting that, somebody might as well be somewhere near the Milky Way. Oh boy, that's somewhere near stuff. Y'all done started some stuff. I was watching Wyatt earlier today, so I assume people are still watching Wyatt. I know he's still on. Remember he tricked y'all and he told y'all he wasn't gonna be back. I really do believe he meant it. But he changed his mind. I'm glad he changed his mind. Y'all know I always shout out Wyatt. I like his show. I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of the show. Again, I don't agree with everything that the man say. And I don't have to agree to enjoy the show and hear things from a different perspective. We don't have to agree. We actually do agree on a lot, but we don't have to in order for me to enjoy his show. So I encourage everybody, check out Wyatt Live. He comes on at 1 o'clock. Just type in Randall Wyatt or Wyatt Live on, I know it's on Facebook, on YouTube. I think that might be it, but I'm not sure. So just check him out. Just check him out. And with that being said, Election Day was yesterday. I went out and voted. Like I put on Facebook, the polling place was very crowded. See, I got lucky. When I left here, went upstairs, brushed my teeth, because, I'm civilized. I brush my teeth a few times a day. And especially when I'm leaving the house and I know I'm going to be interacting with people, it's time to brush my teeth. Sometimes me and Mrs. Livingston going out, and then, I'm like, okay, I got to go brush my teeth. And she's like, didn't you just brush your teeth? I'm like, yeah, but we leaving the house. I just finished eating, usually it's a cookie or something like that. But I just finished eating something. Got to brush my teeth. So I brushed my teeth, went over to the board, well, not to the Board of Elections, went to my polling place, and it was a dude in line in front of me, and it was me. So they took him. The sister was sitting there. She took my information. Older sister, I would have put her probably in her late 60s, maybe. She looked good for her age, but I would have put her in her late 60s. And, she took my information. She, I don't like, they have you verbally state your name and address. I don't think I'm going to do that next year, because it was people near me. They could have hurt me. Somebody could stalk me. He said, Emanuel Livingston and so-and-so, whatever. I don't like that. Say it out loud. You got my ID. It's on my ID. It's on your paper. It's on my picture ID. Why do I need to say it out loud? I didn't like that. They didn't just picking on me. They had everybody say it. And I'm sitting there listening. And I'm like, so-and-so at so-and-so. I could just go over to her house right now. Now I know where that lady lives. I don't like that. Don't make people say that out loud. David says, was that because you used the E-Slate process? It's the something reader, I believe is what it's called now. But no, they made everybody do it. Everybody who came, they got your ID, they did the little thing, scanned it, then they said, say your name, state your name and address. Like, huh? She was like, no, everybody has to do it. It's just a precaution that we do just to be sure. And I was thinking, that's some bull, But I wasn't really I was just trying to get in and get my vote. Because by the time this happened, by the time I got up and she was telling me to state my name and my address, the line was almost all the way back to the door. And I voted in a church. And they had started sitting on the bench waiting. I'm like, I ain't really trying to hold everybody up to argue this point. I'm going to be nice today. I just want to vote and get out of here. But I think next year, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to state my name and my address. I don't like that. Or if I do it, they're going to have to get real close. I'm going to tell them, all right, I'll state it, but you need to come over here. What? You need to come over here. What? No, just state it. I don't want everybody to hear it. Come over here. Come closer. Closer. Emanuel Livingston. 1234 so-and-so street. They're not going to like it. See, they're not going to want to get all up on me like that. But I don't want to say it out loud. But anyway, so I said it. I told them I want to vote with the reader. They said, all right. One lady was excited about it. Like, yay, we get to use the reader. Yay. This white lady. And I was like, all right, cool. So I figured they knew what they was doing. They didn't do a bad job either. They knew what to do. Went over there, got me on there. I did all my stuff. I voted. Had them read everything to me a couple times just to make sure, I was getting everything right. I voted. They offered me that stupid ass sticker. I said, no, I don't want no dumb sticker. And they looked at me like I was crazy. The whole idea of a sticker is stupid. No, thank you. And I left. No problems. And came home. Now, when I came home, I had forgotten. Nobody sent a message or anything. I have forgotten to end the live stream. So when I came home, see, if you go back and you watch yesterday's live stream, probably like an hour or 45 minutes, it feel like, after the live stream ended, I came back on. Because when I came and I looked on, when I went to post that it was crowded at the my polling place, I looked and it said I was live on air. So when I came home, I just went on ahead and went on real quick and, you know, kind of said a little bit about my voting experience, and that was that. That was that. And y'all missed it, see? Y'all missed it. Y'all didn't really miss nothing. But hold on, let me address this. Diane says, just take the damn sticker and pitch it later. Why? Why even deal with the hassle? Why just leave it there? Why take the sticker? Don't try to force me to conform to your little norm. It's not a rule. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make my vote count twice. I think that's the Board of Elections calling me. No, that's not. It doesn't make my vote count twice or nothing like that. It's just a dumbass sticker, so I don't take it. Nobody gave me no static about it. I got a dirty look, but no static. It was all good. So let's talk results-wise. Y'all know, I don't know why we like to do this, but I gave my predictions. I said issue 1 would pass. It did. I said issue 2 would pass. It did. I think those were the only ones that I had to think about it. They weren't the only ones, but my vote didn't necessarily line up with my predictions. I think I was right on all of my predictions. On every one of them, I was right. But I didn't vote that way. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I had a feeling, well, not just a feeling, I was paying attention. And, hold on, I had to deal with something else real quick. Ross Reelman says, you got on a cowboy shirt. If you want to call it that, that's fine. All I ask, I'm going to make it really clear. I don't want none of what you got. If you went and took some lessons yesterday, I don't care. Got nothing to do with me. Don't be trying to hit on me. I know you like cowboys or whatever. Don't be trying to hit on me. I'm not into that stuff. Okay? I am not into that stuff. All right? So then let's just leave that alone. Can we just be friendly to one another? Without you, everybody that's trying to be friendly to you don't want you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to be friendly. All right? Let's just leave it at that. And then everybody be happy. That's all I'm asking. All right. Let me get back to it. Where was I? 22 passed. Now, here's the thing about the red road passing. I didn't want it to pass, but I don't really care. Nothing's good. I don't believe anything's going to change. Everything is going to stay the same. Our water is not going to become the best drinking water on earth. And I know somebody said they never promised that. That's true. They didn't. They're not rebuilding all the firehouses or remodeling them, but they never promised that they were. I know. They're not filling in or fixing all of the potholes. They never promised that. I know. They're not fixing up all the buildings. They never promised that, Emanuel. I know. They're not getting rid of all the asbestos. Well, they never promised that, Emanuel. I know. The city will look like it looks, and the money will be allocated pretty much the same way it's always been allocated. Wealthy neighborhoods who don't necessarily need the money will get the money first priority. They're going to make sure that they're taken care of first. It's going to be done the way it has always been done. Well, they never said that it wouldn't. I know. Which is the sad part. Because there's really nothing. I heard people, well, now that it's passed, now we just got to hold them accountable. Now we just got to hold them accountable. Hold them accountable to what? What do y'all want to hold them accountable to? Because y'all never made them make any promises. Y'all don't remember the question that I was asking this entire time was, what guarantees do we have? What are you guaranteeing me? What are you promising me that you're going to do? And what did they keep saying? Well, the only thing that we guarantee is that it's going to be more than $25 million, or at least $25 million a year. That's the only thing we guarantee. So y'all want to hold people accountable to something that they never told you they were going to do. How do you do that? How do that work? If you and me make a business deal, and I say to you, I know I like to use cars because I like cars. I say to you, I'm going to say, let me not use the car. Let me use that moped. That moped is sitting in that garage. And I say to you, I'll sell you my moped. And you say, all right, do it run? I say, why are you asking me that question? Do you want to buy the moped? And you're like, yeah, I want to buy the moped. I say, here's what I can guarantee you about the moped. I can guarantee you that it's a moped. You're like, do it run? I can guarantee you it's a moped. That's all I can guarantee you. Do it use a lot of gas? I can guarantee you it's a moped. That's all I can guarantee you. Do the brakes work? I can guarantee you it's a moped. That's all I can guarantee you. You ask me all these questions, and then all I say is, all I can guarantee you is that it's a moped. Now, do you want to buy the moped? And you like, well, yeah, I'll buy the moped. Then the first time you take it out, the brakes don't work. And you come back talking about, well, I'm trying to hold you accountable because these brakes should be work. I never promised you that the brakes worked. How you going to hold me accountable? I never promised you that. Well, they should work, but that wasn't in our agreement. All that was in our agreement was that it was a moped. It don't even start. That wasn't in our agreement. Did I ever promise you it was going to start? Well, no, you didn't. All right then. So what you trying to hold me accountable to? The light don't work. Did I ever promise you that the light was going to work? Well, no, you didn't. Then how are you trying to hold me accountable to stuff that I never promised? How are you going to hold the city council, the board, any of these people accountable for, they better fix up that firehouse? They never said they were fixing up the firehouse. They just showed you the firehouse and said, oh, this firehouse is 2,000 years old. I know they didn't say 2,000. It needed to be fixed. But if you vote for 22, then that's for infrastructure. They never said they was fixing nothing. Well, they sure said they was fixing all the potholes. When? When did they say that? And that's what I was trying to get out of everybody the whole time. And remember, I kept saying, I'm not trying to get y'all to vote no. All I was really trying to get y'all to do was make them put something on paper, make them, or even verbally, make them publicly, verbally, make some promises. Make them publicly make some promises. Even when they talk, well, when we look at the way this money go, then, it should be allocated to the areas of the city that's going to need the money the most, and we'll work to see that happens. All of those words, what did I just promise you? Nothing. Nothing. Saying all of that, I didn't promise you that the money is going to be allocated to neighborhoods that need it most. I said something along the lines of, we have to look at working at making sure that that's not a promise. So what do holding them accountable look like to y'all? What do it look like? Y'all gonna be down there and everything y'all gonna say is gonna be the same answer. We never said we were gonna do that. That wasn't in the legislation. That wasn't a part of. Nobody guaranteed that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. That's what they gonna say. Y'all said the water lead pipes and y'all was gonna replace the lead pipes. No, they didn't. They didn't. They said there might be some lead in the pipes. And it needed to be fixed. They scared you and told you that you was gonna die if you drank the water, but they didn't tell you they were gonna fix it. Again, I'm saying all of that to say, and then I'll move on. All of that, of course, is to say what I've been saying the whole time. People should have got some promises. But you can't sit there now talking about, what was it, Cecil Thomas? Did I hear Cecil Thomas? Well, see, now what we got to do is we got to hold them accountable. Hold who accountable? Hold them accountable how? And hold them accountable to what? I think that's just one of them things where it didn't happen, and it is what it is. Well, you didn't get a promise. And so now whatever they do, they do. But it passed, and I've been joking all day, man. I look forward to riding on these pothole-free streets. But they never promised no pothole-free streets. They didn't. It's terrible. We couldn't even get them to promise us that they would fix all the potholes in the city. But that passed, the marijuana passed, and I'm going to tell y'all what I started doing last night. I started researching how to grow marijuana and how to extract the THC and CBD. I'm going to figure out how to, I watched videos of them doing it, so I know how to do it now. When the time comes, at some point, I'm going to do it. I'm going to extract the oil from it and make some gummies. I looked up how to make gummies. I know how to make gummies now. And infuse them with the CBD oil that has the THC in it. See, I would have did it wrong. And I'm not here to tell y'all how to do it. But I would have did it wrong. The first few videos I watched was showing me how to extract the CBD. But there's another step that you have to do. I didn't know this. There's another step that you have to do to activate the THC so that when you're extracting the CBD oil, it has the THC in it. I did not know about that step until about 5 or 6 videos in. I would have just been, here's some CBD oil. And people would have been eating my gummies like, I don't feel that. And I'd have been like, oh, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. I don't feel nothing. I would have been mad. people would have been mad at me because I'm not going to eat the gummies or the cookies because my next thing is to figure out how to do the can of butter is what they calling it. I have to learn how to do it before I, do it. But now that I know how to do it, I know how to activate the THC and then extract it. Oh, it's about to be on. It's about to be on. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make either some cookies or some gummies or something. And then I'm going to give them to somebody because I don't want that stuff. I just want to know how to do it. And since it'll be legal, what the heck? I know people who, smoke weed and all of that kind of stuff. I know people who do it. I'll just give them to them. It'll just be a little project for me to do. I won't sell it. I ain't trying to go to jail. But you can give it away. So, hey, it's about to be legal. I'm about to take advantage of it. I'm taking everything that was there, that was passed, that was legal yesterday in Ohio. I'm taking advantage of it. Issue 2, marijuana. The zoo. I'm gonna go to the zoo. It was passed. The library. I'm gonna go to the library and rent some more CDs or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go do something. Everything that was passed, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Issue 1, abortion. I'm gonna go knock somebody up and then force them to get an abortion. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking advantage of every issue that was passed yesterday. I'll be able to say firsthand, I'm glad that was passed. Whew. Well, I can't say I'm gonna bring them for the next family get together, but I'll be taking them to some family get togethers. I'll be taking them to some. I'm not eating that stuff. I voted no on the zoo and the library as well, but they passed, so I'm taking advantage of them. Daryl, it passed. I'm taking advantage of it. Find some bitch and get her pregnant. You're right. She's not home. If she was home, I would not be saying this because she is showing up, be standing right there talking about, what did you just say? Oh. With that mean look in her eye. Yeah, no, if she was here, I wouldn't say that. Let me see. What else? The city council looks about how I thought it would look. I can't say that I thought Liz Keating would stay on or Liz Keating would get booted. I didn't know. I didn't really think much about it. Why everybody loving on Liz Keating like that? Like Lincoln about damn near crying on air because I'm sad that Liz didn't make it. So what's wrong with me being sad? Did Liz didn't get on that? You sad, Ian? You sad? She didn't get on. What does that mean for me? Probably nothing. It's going to be all the same stuff. It's all going to be the same. It's all going to be the same. I'm not crying because, I be trying to not say stuff, but, if it would have been the other way around, like say Victoria Parks didn't get on, he wouldn't have been talking about how sad he was. Maybe Reggie. He would have been sad about Reggie. Reggie and Liz are the two that he would have been sad about. Are you sad? Y'all know what that is. He's sad the white lady didn't get back on. And that's not a knock, you know what I'm saying? It's not disrespectful to say that a white lady is a white lady. It's not racist to say that a white lady is a white lady. So he's upset that white lady didn't get back on. But he would have loved for somebody else then to not get back on. He wouldn't have been sad about that. Come on. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. But I guess he got a right to be sad about whatever he want to be sad about. But so that's the election. That's the way, everything went down. I'm all right with it. Black Lion said, look like pink people. I hate when you use that term. I only hate it because I was accused of using it because you use it. I mean, we saw through it. But they cool with us getting high but not having affordable housing, huh? Well, I knew the affordable housing thing was going down. I mean, think about it. This is Cincinnati. This is 2023. We are a society as a whole who just don't care about other people. We just don't care. So you telling me, because there were two things working against that passing. Number one, you want me to help poor people? And some people even looked at it as potentially helping homeless people. Wait, you want me to help homeless people? Ugh. Yuck. And number two, hold on. And you gonna take my money to do it? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Nope. You can take my money to feed animals that don't look hungry at the zoo. I'm all right with that. But you can't take my money to give people affordable housing. Hell no. So I knew that was going down. I knew that was going down. Just two things that, you combine in two things that just wasn't going to work. That I knew. Not even for a moment did I think that was going to pass. I am glad that Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney got was the top vote getter. I had a feeling Mika Owens was going to be, I said top 3. I didn't know she would be number 2 or number 3, but I thought she would be top 3. I actually thought Scotty Johnson would be top 3. It didn't work out that way. I mean, everything was close. Everything was close. So it ain't like somebody just got blown out and you like, ooh, damn, people don't like him or people don't like her. That didn't happen. Angela says, those are from different pots of money. But people don't view it that way. People don't view it that way. People say, you can take my money and give it to the animals, but you can't take my money and give it to poor people. McConnell says, I'm not saying that. I didn't vote for her because of that. But I'm glad that she was the top vote getter. She's worthy of it. I support her. I just don't support that dumbass JMLK BS. Let me see. Everybody complaining about the Democratic slate. How you get mad at the Democrats for having a slate? It's not their fault that people just go straight down the slate. Hold on. Did you have a slate? Did you have a slate? You did. You had a slate. Whatever you voted for, that is your slate. So should I be mad at you? Should I be mad at you if you told people this is how I'm going to vote? I want you to vote that way. And they did. Because when you think about it, that's what the Democrats basically did. They said, this is how we want you to vote. And people took it, and that's how they voted. That's how they voted. You can't blame the Democrats for that. That's, if anything, at least from that perspective, that's them doing what they supposed to do. If you are a candidate that we've said we endorse you, you're supposed to try to get people to vote for them. It's your responsibility, Mr. Voter or Miss Voter or Mrs. Voter or Ms. Voter or cis voter, whatever you are. It's your responsibility to vote what you think is right. Hell, I'm thinking about doing a slate and passing it out at the polls and see if everybody just do what I told them to do because I told them to do it. I'll put it on some purple paper because, you know, purple is my favorite color. Graduated from Aiken, you know, all of that stuff. I'll put it on some purple paper, pass it out to people. There'll be Republicans on it. There'll be Democrats on it. There'll be independents on it. I tell you how I want to vote on issues, and I'll pass it out to people. And if people decide to vote straight down that, don't be mad at me. Be mad at them for not thinking for themselves. So, yeah, don't be mad at the Democrats. Don't be mad at the Democrats. So you hate her initials. I hate her initials being used to manipulate people. That's what I hate. Her initials being used to manipulate people. That's what I hate. I think it's cheap and tacky. I think she's better than that. Just so we clear. Angela Kinney says no one is mad. That's not true. I listened today and people were mad about the Democrats giving out a slate. Yes, they were. You might not be mad, but there are people who are mad. As a matter of fact, when Gwen McFarland called in, I think she was even challenged on it. Why y'all putting out a slate? What the hell they supposed to do? Myosha says, how could initials manipulate people? Oh, I can't believe you this dense. The initials are floated because the last three are MLK, right? It really is a play on MLK, Martin Luther King. So it's JMLK. As if you're associating Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney with Martin Luther King. I like Jan Michelle, but to play on people's emotions like that, like a vote for her is a vote for Martin Luther King, you know, and you know how gullible people are. Yes, that's what it was. No doubt about it. Hey, we don't use bad language over here. And did I call you dense? You tell me, did I call you dense? Or did I just ask a general question? Which did I do? Which did I do? You tell me. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. What else? I think that's about it from the election. That's about it. It's not a whole lot. Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. We living the same Cincinnati life that we was living before. So if you don't like the way Cincinnati was run for the past 2 years, you're probably not gonna like the way it's run for the next 2 years. Because it's basically the same people. They're gonna be doing the same stuff. Just now they might have a few more resources to do that same stuff with. That's really about it. That's really about it. So that's that. Let me see. Daniel Cameron. Daniel Cameron didn't win. I do think that is because I was listening to Wyatt, and I do think that that's a blow to Trump and MAGA and all of that kind of stuff. I do. It seems like the people who he endorses typically don't win. And that's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. And I get people, you know what I'm saying, you like what you like. If you like Republicans, you like Republicans. If you like Democrats, you like Democrats. But if Joe Biden was running around the country endorsing people and they were all losing when he endorsed them, Republicans would be having a field day with that. Voters reject Joe Biden again. Come on. Come on. It don't matter what he did before, you know, all of that kind of stuff, because everybody's done something. And I heard Wyatt was saying, you know, well, he knew that he wasn't going to get elected when he refused to indict the police and the Breonna Taylor stuff. But a lot of the Republicans who would have voted for him, they support that stuff. The people who would vote for Daniel Cameron support police not being indicted when they shoot and kill people unjustifiably. Come on, that's just the truth. We support our guys in blue. We support our boys in blue. Back to blue. So it really is not like, well, he didn't win because he didn't. Nah, he didn't win because they rejected him. And they rejected him, which is to some degree a rejection of Donald Trump. Come on, I know it don't feel good if you're a Republican or if you support Republicans to say that, but it's true. And yes, Jeannie, she said all the other seats and offices were won by Republicans in Kentucky. But she's saying she don't think it's a blow to MAGA. Well, the guy who came in and stumped for the gubernatorial candidate lost. He had him on his commercial. I'm the only candidate that he endorsed. So all the ones that he didn't endorse won. And the one that he endorsed lost. That sounds like a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a rejection. I'm not saying that they don't have people who support Trump. But I'm saying they rejected him and his person. Now, whether they end up voting for him for president, probably they will. But, you know, if he not, you know, in jail, they probably will, even if he is in jail. Even if he is in jail, they probably will. He'd be done lost his business, hemorrhaging money, been indicted and convicted 3 and 4 times, found liable of sexual assault, found guilty of fraud. And they'll still be like, they back Trump. He'd be sitting in jail. This is a rigged election. Yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm going to start doing that. Anytime something that I don't like go the way that it go, then Ron says you're reaching. I'm reaching what? You Ron, you don't see. I watch a lot of different media, not Fox and Newsmax and CNN and MSNBC. I watch a lot of different media, and yes, they interview people, Trump supporters, who say flat out, even if he's found guilty on all of these charges and he is sitting in jail on election day, I'm still going to vote for him. So what am I reaching? How is that a reach? This is what they say. Ron, are you saying that if Donald Trump is found guilty of all these charges and he's sitting in a jail, you're not going to vote for him? Please don't say that, because I don't want you to, make a liar out of yourself. Because I already know what you would say. Well, all of those things was rigged anyway. It was all rigged anyway. He wasn't really guilty. They was just out to get him because they didn't want him to become the president. Tell me that ain't what you would say. Tell me that ain't what you would say. Tell me I'm not telling the truth. You and me both know that's what you would say. When he gets found guilty, if he gets found guilty on anything, you gonna say it's because the system is rigged against him, and he's still gonna appeal, and so he deserves our support until he appeal. He's innocent until proven guilty, and these is trumped up charges, and everybody took documents, and everybody tried to overturn the election, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be something, and either way it go, no matter what happened, you voting for Donald Trump. Come on, just be honest with us. Just be honest with us. So if you can admit, Ron, that you're voting for him, whether he's in jail or not, how is me saying those people will vote for him, whether he's in jail or not, reaching? Oh, come on, y'all. This stuff ain't hard. The simple logic of this stuff ain't hard. You reaching. I'm reaching. Yeah, you reaching. Oh. Would you vote for him if he was in jail? Yeah. Then how am I reaching? Maybe you don't know what it means to be reaching. Maybe I'll accept that. You don't know what it means when you tell somebody they're reaching when you are the embodiment of what they're saying. Tria told you looking for him on the chat. He on YouTube. He's on YouTube. And he said himself he will vote for him even if he's in jail. If he's convicted on all of these cases, found liable in all of these cases, they took his business and he's in jail, he's still gonna vote for him. But when I say it, I'm reaching. Well, y'all gotta, people. We gotta be willing to admit truths that we don't like about ourselves even. It would make some of this stuff much easier. Some of this stuff it would make much easier. But yeah, I do think that was Daniel Cameron. That was kind of a big deal. And here's why it's kind of a big deal. If you can, maybe I'm not. I was about to use some kind of incendiary terminology, but I don't want to do that because I just want to be honest about it because I want people to, understand what I'm saying without hearing the kind of lightweight attack that I feel. Some of it is the loyalty to Trump, right? And if you see all of the leaders being loyal to Trump, it helps the followers stay in line. So if Chris Christie, for example, is the only one going in on Trump, he's a bad leader, he's a bad person, he's a this, he's a that, it's easy to dismiss Chris Christie. But if all of them were saying, he's a bad guy, he's a bad leader, he's a fraud, he's a this, he's a that, I don't want your endorsement. Your endorsement ends up being the kiss of death. No, I don't want you to endorse me. You were wrong for what you did January 6th. You were a fraud. You sexually assaulted that woman. You broke the law. You're not fit to lead. The people following them would kind of have to take note, like, whoa, wait a minute. Everybody kind of saying it. So that's why it's important, because the more of the people that he endorses that loses, there's a chance that other people will then feel free to come out against the things about him that they don't like. And the more people who come out against him, that kind of breaks up that super follower mentality. Now, there'll still be some. Donald Trump against the world. Those are rhinos anyway. And, Donald Trump will break off and he'll become an independent candidate and get smoked. Well, he actually wouldn't get smoked. Him not winning and becoming an independent candidate would split the vote, and it would guarantee a Democratic win. But none of that happens if every candidate that he endorses wins. Then that makes people so much less likely to come out and say whatever their truth is about him. So that's why it's important. That's why it's important. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. Some people can't handle the truth. Well, that's true. That's true. And some people deny the truth even after admitting the truth, which is the funniest to me. That's the funniest ones to me. It's like Marcus, who clearly dug in that man's garbage. You admitted it on the air that you went through that man's garbage. And 20 years later, now you think we don't remember that you admitted it? And you're trying to pull a Trump on us to make us not believe what we heard with our own ears? Like if you say it over and over again, we going, did he really admit it? Oh, Ian, I heard you admit it. You can't convince me that I didn't hear what I clearly heard. So, for Ron to be like, I'll vote for him even if he's in jail. And then to act like to say that you will vote for him even if he's in jail is a reach. Come on. Let me see. What else? Oh, I told y'all I'm about to be on a little bit of a mission. See, I keep hearing. And again, I believe, here's what I try to do. I try to accept that people's intentions, for the most part, are pure. You know how I feel about what you're saying or whatever, unless, you do something and show me that your intentions aren't pure. I just accept that your intentions are pure, no matter how skewed your logic may be or how unreasonable your argument may be or whatever. I believe that your intentions are pure. So I believe people's intentions are pure. I really do. I really do. But I keep hearing this idea floated. that Republicans are better than Democrats. And it's growing. It's growing more and more, right? And again, it's one of those things where if you say something long enough, some people are going to be like, that's right. It must be true because I've heard 4 people say it. Maybe if I just heard one person say it, it might not be true, but I heard 4 people say it, so it must be true. Black people are turning to the Republican Party because the Democrats ain't S. So I heard 5 people say that. It must be true. And then it becomes, kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy where then black people are looking at it like, hey, all these other black people are becoming Republicans. Maybe I should become a Republican. You don't know nothing about Republicans or Democrats. You probably don't know a Republican or a Democrat or whatever. You don't. So, but if you hear enough people say, and particularly, here's one of the things they're doing, and this to me is a little insidious because they know what they're doing when it comes to this. Black people in the hood is beginning to support Donald Trump. To me, that's insidious because these are the same black people in the hood that they dismiss for being so ignorant. They dismiss them for being ignorant. They're no good, terrible, ignorant people who nobody should listen to because they don't know anything. But then you start saying black people in the hood are supporting Donald Trump. It's a whole movement. Did you know that these people that you perceive as ignorant, because you call them that, will fall for almost anything? These are the same people that listen to people rap about gun violence and then go get a gun and start shooting at people. They're heavily influenceable. And these are the people who know this. And so they're using, I was talking about the other day, the whole bandwagon theory. And if I start saying that the people in the hood support Donald Trump, then people in the hood will hear me and they will think, I don't want to be the only one in the hood that's not supporting Donald Trump. So then they'll start supporting Donald Trump, not knowing what they're doing. They'll start supporting Republicans, not knowing what they're doing. It's insidious. It really is. And they have all of this evidence of how much better Republicans are than Democrats. Now, let me be clear. I believe Democrats and Republicans are pretty much the same. I don't think, just in the general sense, that Democrats give a damn about black people as a whole. I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all. Hold on, let me deal with another lie. Ron says, this is another one that I've heard, I don't know how many times, and, I know who they attribute it to, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Democrats. First, that's not the definition of insanity. It's not. Stop saying that, because it's not true. It's a quote attributed to, who do they attribute that to? The E equals MC squared guy. What's his name? Wild hair, white dude. I can't think of his name. Relativity. What's his name, y'all? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I hate when I can't remember names. Like I can see Einstein. Thank you. I've heard it attributed to Einstein and, all of that good stuff. But it's just not true. Paul says Albert Einstein. I almost said Robert Einstein. I don't know why I thought Robert Einstein. No, that man ain't no damn Robert. But for whatever reason, I was thinking Robert Einstein. Yes. Man name ain't no damn Robert. But it's just not true. Hold on. I can prove it. I can prove it. And remember back in the day, my daddy had a car. It was I think a 78 Buick LeSabre. And he let me borrow the car. And he it was a simple thing. He said, sometimes, son, because I got to fix the car. My daddy worked on cars. I got to fix it. He said, so if you driving and, you park somewhere and then you go to get in the car and you try to start it and it don't start, turn it, pump the gas 3 times. Let it go, turn it. If it'll start, if it don't start, let off the thing, pump the gas 3 times, turn it. Saying you just keep doing that and eventually it'll start. And typically you don't have to do that. You just turn it and it starts. But in this particular case, something's wrong with the car. Turn the key, stop, pump 3 times, turn the key. If it don't start, stop, pump 3 times, turn the key. If it don't, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Turn it, stop. Turn it, stop. Turn it, stop. Keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. My question is this. When I did that, because I had to do it a few times, was I, by definition, insane? Because I was doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So by definition, I would have been insane, right? That's not the definition of insanity. Stop saying that. It just sounds good to some people. Where was I at before he said that? I hate when people use that and say that. I was talking about the insidious nature of this thing. Republicans and Democrats don't, by and large, care about black people as a whole. Neither. Democrats ain't going out of their way to see to it that black people's interests are taken into account and that their needs are met. It's not happening. Republicans are not going out of their way to make sure that the interests of black people are taken care of. It's just not happening on either side. Well, if you look at the areas where all the crime is, those are Democrat areas, and that's where the high crime is. That's just not true. That's just not true. You look in some of them low income areas in heavily white West Virginia. They ain't black people, but it's high crime. And those are Republican areas. They're low income. But it's Republicans running those areas. It's heavily white. And the crime rate is through the roof. Yeah, but they don't care about your education. If you look at the schools where the scores is low, everywhere you look, it's Democrats running those school districts. And if they really care, they would get them scores up. Look at them poor areas of West Virginia that are heavily white. School boards run by Republicans with proficiency rates at 14 and 28%. But I thought it was Democrats who don't care. And if it was Republicans doing it, then the numbers would be different. Yeah, you can compare Cincinnati public schools to Mason. And you're going to see a difference. But compare West Virginia to Mason. You're going to see the same difference. It's not the party that's running the district. It's not the race of the people in the district. It's something about the resources of the community, the poverty, and the hopelessness that kind of instills in people. Poor white areas fare just as bad as poor black areas. But there are people who have you believe, well, that's because of Republicans and Democrats. It's not. Anthony says rural, I don't know why I can't say that word. Rural. Well, okay, I'll say it the way he said it. Rural, Kansas, Oklahoma, and the like. Yes. Yes. So, y'all like to talk about, you compare apples and oranges. Well, I'm saying you contrasting wealthy, well-to-do children with not so wealthy and well-to-do children. You're contrasting uninvolved parents with involved parents. Because I can hear the argument, well, what about those schools in those same areas, them private schools where the parents pull their kids out and put them in those private schools, their scores ain't that low. Well, sometimes they are. But even when they're not, that's when you're comparing involved parents and not involved parents for the most part. If you're a parent who cared enough to pull your kid out of the school and search for a school that was doing better, you're probably somewhat involved and caring in that child's life. But Janice, I would. Yeah, they do stuff like that all the time. Janice said the other day I used the term poor white people, and Facebook told me I had to remove it because it goes against their policies. But there are people who will, I don't even necessarily think it's intentional. Like, I believe they believe what they saying. If the Democrats really care, then your school's proficiency rating wouldn't be at 20% or 30% or whatever. Well, if the Republicans really cared, then those poor white kids in West Virginia proficiency rating wouldn't be at 14%. If they really cared about education. It's not Democrats and it's not Republicans. Now, look, I agree that people shouldn't just blindly vote. Well, I won't say shouldn't. It's not necessarily wise to just blindly vote for either party. It's not. And see, this shows you exactly what I'm saying. So I love Ron D. I love Ron D. Real life chaos agent. First, stop sucking that man penis, taking his sayings. Come up with something, y'all. Second, what did I say? That's chaos agent. Let's review, and you tell me the part that's makes me an agent of chaos. Which, by the way, I don't reject. But I said neither Republicans nor Democrats as a whole care about black people. That's being an agent of chaos. I'm wrong there. I said neither people, in my opinion, it's not wise to blindly vote for either party. That's being an agent of chaos. I'm waiting. We're going to get there eventually. We're going to get there. Somebody going to tell me, what did I say that's wrong? Poor white school districts don't have comparable proficiency scores as poor black school districts, that's the chaos agent part. Schools with high parent involvement, whether they're black or white, Republican or Democrat, don't do better than schools with low parent involvement, whether they're black or white, Republican or Democrat. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I said that's wrong or that's creating chaos. Or is it just that I'm not trying to push black people to vote Republican for some strange reason? And see, Wyatt believes when I talk about people trying to push black people to vote Republican, he always think I'm talking about him. And I be telling him all the time, like, Wyatt, bro, when I'm talking about you, I will say Wyatt. Because I don't have no problem calling people, and I expect the same thing from him. I'm talking about people like Ron. I'm talking about people like Drop Squad 52. I'm talking about people like, I can't, Ben, whatever, him. Those are the people I'm talking about. I don't know what their motivation is. Ron, what is your motivation? Why are you trying to convince black people to blindly vote Republican? Help me understand. Twin?
Cool. You all right?
Hey, Twin, I'm all right. How about you?
I'm blessed. I can't complain, man.
All right.
What a sad day in America, in the city of Cincinnati. I can't wait till I get on that Lincoln show, either tomorrow or Friday. Hey, man, this man said, let me say, and you weren't wrong for what you said about the Democrats and Republicans. And I feel like the Democrats, y'all so-called come to the hood, y'all say y'all for the people, but they really naughty, man. I know they not. And y'all say y'all got our backs and everything else. There's a bunch of bull, man. And then dude earlier said, he said he's a strategy or something. And he trying to bring, what he say, interest or something to help involve the money and everything. Some type of firm, you go bring a black firm. And I said to myself, white folks ain't gonna let y'all look over, $1.6 billion, man. That's crazy. Y'all lost y'all man. I forgot what he said. He called early. And he said he strategized Atlanta and everything, and you see how they came up. Of course you did, because Atlanta ain't nothing but 80% black. Of course they go come up. But here in Cincinnati, it's a conservative city, and Ohio, period, being a Republican state or whatever, they not trying to go get y'all a crumb. And that's what they go give us, a crumb. At the end of the day, off this vote and everything, and that set up, it was cool to pass that marijuana law issue, whatever, but it's a setup, man, because they know somebody go have over 2 ounces in their pocket and probably forgot they got the dope in their back pocket. It ain't nothing but a setup. And I give it about maybe 10 or 15 years, they're going to be back at what they started at, man, if they mess over the black folks. They're going to be that 1.6 billion, they're going to blow it like they a dope fiend if they get that money and don't help out the black community like they say. Because I don't think they go do it. They probably give you a good old park and clean your streets and keep it moving. Other than that, and then y'all blew off affordable housing because of this crazy zoo to feed the animals and all that. When you got people out here starving, man, come on, man. That's crazy. But what you said earlier, you was telling the truth, man. They don't care about us, man. They're going to take the will of God and stuff to keep us prayed up and try to keep us together, which they try to divide us and everything else. We've been throwing singing Kumbaya and all that for 400 years. Been doing a little civil rights march with Martin Luther King when he started, and ain't got us nowhere. Still waiting on that 40 acres in the mule. Don't you agree, man? Or you
Well,
went to sleep on me?
I didn't go to sleep on you. I did have a couple questions. I do agree with some of what you said. Some of what you said I agree with. Some I had some questions, but I didn't necessarily understand. You said that it's a trap. The marijuana thing is a trap because people are gonna have more than 2 ounces,
Oh
and
yeah, it's definitely a trap. Hey, look, man, 1.6 billion. Them folks ain't gonna give us nothing, man. It's good. I said it was good to pass the law because they got a lot of weed smoke. Because right now, man, the dope gang was hot. Now that they came with that fentanyl, wiped everything away. They go out there and do ask me, twin, let's get down again. Man, you crazy as hell. You think I'm about to stand on a block or whatever, serve again to you Negroes? You must be a fool. Man, about time if I get some dope and get ready to start back over and start hustling, man, it been stepped on about 3 or 4 times, man. They cutting it like a slice of pizza out here, man. Put fentanyl and all that crazy stuff. So the dope game over with. So what they sticking with now? They sticking with the pills, man. Them oxycontin, them perks and all that. That's the real dope now. You go out there right now, you get you some hardcore perk, but you got to get it over the counter because right now that's been tampered with, man. It's messed up out here. It's a cold world out here, man. That fentanyl ain't no joke. When they brung it out and everything, they tell you can't make no money, man. I wouldn't even try to make no money. Somebody came and tried to put a happy pack in my pocket, man. Get the F out of my face. Keep it moving,
hold
man.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You know, I'm a what you call me a neutron. What?
What's up, man?
What's a happy pack?
You know, a starter pack just to get started, man.
No, I
A
don't.
pack
Tell
piece.
what what
Now I'm
what
telling you,
what would that
I,
consist of?
I have just to get started. A pack period. Pick like some dope or whatever. Like you can get weed, sell weed, anything,
Hmm.
man.
So you
Got to
so
affiliate with
you
like
saying
weed.
a happy pack would be just somebody giving me a little bit of weed just to get me.
No, just to get you started on the
Okay,
street, to get you
okay,
back, like like you get out the joint or something, doing time or something, or you fell off. Hey, take one of these packs and stuff. We just call them happy packs or whatever in
okay.
Chicago, or whatever. But y'all probably, man, I need a pack. Man, I need to get on, man. I'm
I don't
hurt.
know what
Like,
nobody else call it. Like you said, I'm a neutron. I had to ask
say
because
if you hit the
I wasn't
street
sure.
player, be around some gangster people around your family and everything, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you got to get out that basement, man. Out
No,
that basement, man. It's
no.
too much cobweb.
Again, I have no desire to go hanging around. Even my family
Nah,
members who do dirt, I don't be rolling with them. Like no.
ain't nothing right there. You get a good advice, man. You seem like you're a smart, cool guy. Sometimes, you fall off the little baby chair and stuff. Somebody got to come pick you up and everything. You
Yes, I think.
did? No, we just got to come together as one, man. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
All right, I can get with that.
All right, man. See,
All right,
I'll
twin.
talk to you. All right.
All right, that was twin. He said we got to come together as one, and that I can't disagree with. It would be wonderful if we could come together as one. Uh, I'm not up on the lingo, man. I'm not ashamed of it either. I'm not ashamed of it. I just know what I know. Yes. Yes, to me a happy pack is, Doritos and cookies and cake and, you could throw in some sweet potato pie. You know what I'm saying? That would be a happy pack. Yes. So yeah, for me it's different. For me it's different. I don't know why Ron is trying to pick on me. Ron says, I don't push people to vote anyway. But again, the definition of insanity, whether you want to accept it or not, is doing the same thing and accepting different results. That's not the definition of, hold on, let me look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. Insanity definition: the state of being seriously mentally ill. Um, in Merriam-Webster's, it's a severely disordered state of mind, usually occurring as a specific disorder. Legally, it is unsoundness or of mind or lack of the ability to understand that prevents someone from having the mental capacity required by law to enter into a particular relationship, status, or transaction, or that releases someone from criminal or civil responsibility. The APA dictionary. They're talking about the law, of course. It's a condition of mind which renders the person incapable of being responsible for his or her criminal acts. Hold on, let's keep going. Conceptually, mental insanity. All right. Hold on, the Cambridge Dictionary. Insanity. It's a noun. An action that is stupid and likely to have extremely bad results. All right. Vocabulary.com. Insanity. An ongoing state of extreme mental illness which may cause abnormal or antisocial behaviors. Yeah, I'm thinking you're wrong. I'm thinking you're wrong. So it's not whether or not I choose to accept it. It's just wrong. Jack says he's doing it now. Insanity now, looking for the actual phrase. Yeah, but that's not a definition. Like somebody saying something is not a definition of a thing. And that was what he said, that's the definition of insanity. I just gave him multiple definitions of insanity. Because, information. Can't go wrong getting actual information. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is to hopefully to kind of quell some of that stuff. To kind of, bring some sanity to this conversation about Republicans and Democrats and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to actually compare, as y'all would say, apples to apples. So I'm going to look at some of the wealthiest black areas in America and compare them to the wealthiest white areas in America, the poorest black areas in America, and compare them with the poorest black areas in America, and whether or not it's a Republican state or a Republican city or a Democratic city, the people who lead the city are Republicans or Democrats. I'm going to compare, as y'all would say, apples to apples. That's what I'm going to do. Because it's frustrating me hearing it. Because it really doesn't prove your point. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm kind of making that my lightweight mission, so that we can, at least when we hear it, we can effectively push back on it with, because y'all know people who do stuff like that, they love statistics. They love statistics. I don't like statistics. I don't typically believe statistics because I believe people can play with information to get the numbers that they want. That is what creates the statistic. People can play with information to manipulate and get the numbers that they want to say whatever they want to say. And that's what creates the actual statistic that we all use. I don't like that. But if we're going to use statistics, let's use them. And it's just one of those things that nobody does. People, well, in the Democrat, if all of these big cities where the Democrats run the city, look at their school system. And then if we could just, off the top of our head, throw out some information like, well, yeah, and in this Republican cities that are heavily white and poor, cities that are run by Republicans, look at their school districts. What you say, CPS got 30%? I just said it earlier. This daggone coronavirus. What's the test that they take to tell if they're good at the thing, if the students are up to the standard? What is the test? I said it earlier. Come on, bail me out. Put it in the chat, somebody. Students in CPS are scoring 30% proficiency. Thank you. Are scoring 30% on proficiency tests. Well, what about the school district in West Virginia that is hold on. Because I kind of started looking some of this stuff up. I didn't really have time. That is 81%, well, 82 if you round up, 81.6, 82% white school district in West Virginia. That is a Republican-run county. It's a county school district run by Republicans. And their proficiency numbers are 14% are proficient in math and 28% in reading. It's a white district run by Republicans. And if we had those numbers off the top of our heads, so when they say, well, in Cincinnati is run by Democrats, the kids is the 30% proficiency rate. And then I can say, well, in McDowell County, which is run by white Republicans, their proficiency rate is 14% and 28%. So what? What's your point? They cancel each other out. And then you realize, oh, it's not Republicans and Democrats. It's not whites and blacks. It's probably got something to do with the economics and other issues like that. So I want to give y'all that information. So when they come at y'all with that stuff, we can hit them right back with some other information. And then, because the point of that is to steer the conversation away from Republicans are better and Democrats are horrible, or Democrats are better and Republicans are horrible, or white people are smarter and black people are dumb, or black people are smarter and white people are dumb. And it's to steer it to, do you notice that low income areas tend to have these issues, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, white or black? That becomes the issue. Ron says, I'm glad you still not start Metcar. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. But apparently he thought it was hilarious. So I imagine it's funny from a certain point of view. Oh, let me see. Is there anything else? Just, Oh, There was something else that I wanted to discuss. I can't remember what it was. It's more white folk and impoverished than black folk. This one, I think I know what you meant. I think you're saying there's more poor white people in America than poor black people in America. And you're probably true or correct. I don't get what the point was of you saying that. But just in terms of information, it's probably true. Thank you. Brent says, Angel leaving. Yeah, Angel. Yeah, I've known Angel longer since before she was at the bus. I knew her before she was at the bus. She blocked me on social media years before she came to the bus. We was cool, funny, laughing, ha ha ha. And I said something that offended her, and she blocked me probably for a couple years. And I was still running to her, and we was still cool. I would see her like every week, and we was cool, still laughing, ha ha ha. But I was blocked on social media. And then she unblocked me. And then next thing I know, she started working for the bus. And we never had issues working when she was working for the bus. Like, we never had issues, not one time. Or at least I don't know if we did. I like Angel. I've always liked Angel. She is a good person. And they will miss her at the bus. They will miss her at the bus. Because she did. Now, I don't know the new person who's taking her role. So they may be amazing. So I guess I can't really say, I can't really say in terms of, because I was more talking about the work that she does, that they'll miss her. But maybe the person who's stepping in is more than qualified and up to speed, and they won't miss a beat. So we'll see. But I wish Angel the best, of course. Again, I always liked Angel. Always will. Even, if we beef every now and then. Hey, y'all don't know how funny Angel is. Like, really, it's some funny people. A lot of times people who come over there and work at the radio station are really, really entertaining people. And, they're getting into the entertainment business, so they have great sense of humor. She's got a great sense of humor, even though she got a quick temper, I'm going to say. But she's got a great sense of humor. And, I do. I wish her the best. Brian says, we only make up 13.6% of the population. Right, which is why it makes more sense to believe that it makes perfect sense. It's reasonable to believe that there are more white people living in poverty than black people living in poverty. I believe that. I don't know what the point of that was. He said that to say what? Or he was just stating what he believes to be a fact. I'm not sure. Jack says, you've seen her, right? She did first day on a remote, I think. I saw her before she did a remote. Oh, you mean the new person? I don't know the new person. Jason says, if you want stats on poor whites, use the border between Kentucky and Tennessee. There are some poor counties down there, Lewis and Hazard County. I'm gonna be all around the country. You pull the poorest county in the nation. It shouldn't matter, should it? If Republicans was in charge, then those proficiency rates would be really high. It shouldn't matter whether it's the poorest or the richest county in the nation. Shouldn't matter. But clearly it does. See, you actually feel like that skews the results, which I think, yeah, it kind of does intentionally. Because when you're looking at CPS and you're comparing it to Mason, and you're looking at the income of the families who have children in those two school districts, it's a stark contrast. So, yes. Yes. Now, again, I did this in maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. All I did was Google poor white school district. And that was what came up. Now, I'll be able to go in eventually and look at, what is the average income of a family in this school district and what's the average income of a family in this school district. One will be heavily white, one will be heavily Republican, one will be heavily black, one will be heavily Democrat, and we'll look at them. And I'll almost guarantee you they'll probably be really close. The Republican district, the Democrat district, the black district, the white district, they'll probably all be really close. And I'll do the same with higher income. And they'll probably all be really close. Because it's not the parties that's making the difference. It's not the race that's making the difference. I don't understand why this is hard for some of y'all to get. I get that a lot of y'all get it. But I just want to arm us with information because it's, people do that. People look through and find information. I told y'all the easiest way to stump, say, a talk show host. Easiest way to stump a talk show host is to find some obscure statistic. And then you call in and you ask the talk show host, do you know this? Some talk show hosts won't say, no, I don't know that. They'll pretend like they know everything. And it'll make them look silly. Because you specifically looked that up. So when people throwing out all of these numbers, did you know that so-and-so, somebody can tell me what's the third most drank this in the state of Arkansas between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. on a Saturday night when it's a full moon. And you're like, what? No, I don't know that. Well, I know it. Yeah, because you just looked that nonsense up. But when they come at you with that, I want you to be able to say, well, but did you know that in McDowell County, which is, Republican, that the proficiency scores are this? What? Huh? What? Yeah. So that's one of my goals. All right, y'all. Anything else? Because I don't really have anything else. And then, it's Wednesday. Gotta do Bible study. Last week, y'all made me late. For Bible study. I didn't appreciate it either. I think Jack trying to get on. I keep telling y'all. All right, just let it go. Yes, y'all made me late. I'm not going to be late this week. Oh, and did anybody, twin, say, hold on, what church are you attend? I told you earlier today, It is against my religion to share my religion. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I don't want to go to hell. I posted the little clip of the guy of the guy who felt really bad about, the fact that he had to tell his girlfriend that he had gotten somebody else pregnant. And you could tell he felt really bad. He felt horrible about it. And that woman still wouldn't forgive him. What is wrong with y'all women? What is wrong with y'all? Twin says, come on, man. How you go win souls to heaven? That's not my religion. My religion is not to win souls to heaven. Sorry, it's not my job. Tria talking about bump him. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on. Let's see. I'm like, y'all women, come on. Go home. What is going on? Yes. Go here. Scroll, 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 scroll. How can I do this? I'm trying to put it up there so the people can see what it is. But the man, here was really all you have to know. The man felt really bad about having to confess to his wife. And you could tell he felt bad about it. He done repented about it. His only concern is the relationship. And women just like, oh, F him, let him go. I'm like, man, something is wrong with y'all. Something is wrong with y'all. Ron, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. It's going to be more white folks districts than black folks districts that you'll find the deficit in. I'll be honest, I genuinely don't know what you're trying to say. I genuinely don't. But I think, yes, he was rolling on the floor and crying because he felt bad. He felt bad. The man felt bad. Ron says, make sure you take into account population. Why? If we're looking at statistics, which is given numbers and percentages, then we have to look at percentages, not raw numbers. Come on, you can't fool me with that. You might be able to fool some people with that, but you can't fool me with it. Thank you. He said he was sorry. The man said he was sorry. I'm gonna try to get that. Where did it go? Let me see if I can. Let me go here. Go here. I'm gonna try to put it up here. All right, go there. Oh. Look at him. You can tell he feel bad. Hold on. I'm going to get it there for y'all. Hold on. You can tell that man feel bad. He just feel bad for what he did. And you can tell. What kind of cold-hearted person do you have to be to not see that?
Please.
Hold
No.
on.
For real right now? Are you for real right now? Oh, myself, bro. Don't leave me, bro. Bro. Get out.
Unreal. Unreal. This can't be real. This can't be my life.
Bro, no.
This absolutely cannot be my life right now.
Bro.
Yep.
Please.
No.
Please, man. Don't do this to us.
I need you to
Please.
start making your arrangements.
I'm about to have an asthma attack. Where's my
Start making your
inhaler, please?
arrangements.
Ah!
Don't get no spit on my carpet.
Wow, bro, I didn't do nothing.
Don't touch my items.
I'm hot.
Don't touch.
For real?
See, something is wrong with y'all. Something is wrong with y'all. You can tell that man feels bad. He feels bad. He's trying to wash the stench of his bad behavior off of him. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He beating himself up, literally and figuratively. Beating himself up. Y'all women just, effing girl, effing, like, come on. He feel bad. I can tell, based on his behavior, he'll never do it again. And what more do you want, ladies, than a man that you know will never do that again? Come on. Y'all need to be more, loving and forgiving. More, just, you can see what happened to the love that you're supposed to have for him. He felt bad. He felt bad. What else do you want him to do? What else do you want? What to make you happy? And even in all of that, he was only concerned about, don't do this to us. Us. He's still thinking about us. You just thinking about you. He's thinking about us. And then you got women focused on the wrong thing. Oh, the baby will still be there. That's not the point. The point is much more about him feeling that remorse, understanding how wrong he was. Cindy says, reverse the situation. Okay, so it would be better if he just didn't give a F, because that's the reverse of the situation. He don't care? That would be better? No, that wouldn't be better. Shahara using bad language and everything. Wow. I didn't even know you did that. And he realizes that he made that mistake. And what is life about? Learning from your losses, learning from your mistakes. Let that man learn from his mistake and still be happy. Let him learn from his mistake and still be happy. So y'all want to live in the past. He didn't feel bad when he was saying that to the other woman. It felt good. Well, number one, you don't know what he was saying to the other woman. But number two, why are you dwelling on the past? He's learned his lesson now. He's beating himself up more than you could ever do, Pamela. Shirley says he's only sorry he got caught. He didn't get caught according to the caption. According to the caption, he the one who told her. He didn't get caught. He turned himself in. And don't people get credit for that? Don't people get credit for that? No, reverse the situation is Mrs. Livingston getting pregnant and you forgive her and help her take care of the baby. How'd that look? First, that wouldn't be the reverse of the situation because neither me or Mrs. Livingston is in that clip. So that wouldn't be the reverse of the situation. Not at all. Do you know how reverse works? You ever played Uno? And that's right, Anthony. Whatever happened to second chances, especially when it is clear that the man is remorseful. Just come out as pro-cheating. No, I'm anti-cheating, but I'm pro-forgiveness. I'm pro-forgiveness. Where is the compassion? But see, that's just it. Y'all always talk about, like, y'all want to be selfish now. Oh, you in a relationship, you supposed to, the things you do, suppose they affect me, and it's about us. It's about us. He thinking about us, and all you can think about is you. He can be happy over there. What about we being happy together? Together. We too old for games. I'm cutting ties. First, you not them. And even you, who said it's a game. You didn't see the agony. The man almost had an asthma attack from guilt. He literally almost died of guilt. I don't know about y'all. You, Shahara, with your bitter self. How do you know it's not his second or third? Probably third chance. Did it say that? Stop trying to read stuff into the facts that ain't there. Princess Flower, this is the fourth time. Y'all just making stuff up. Stop making stuff up. You gonna make stuff up so that you can be heartless. Why does he have to be so dramatic? Regina, see now, you probably have never experienced this because, you're a woman. But sometimes as a man, a person who is, reasonable and rational as well as emotional, with a good balance of the two, with a heart, a full, caring, loving heart. Sometimes when you're not used to just operating out of your negative feelings, and those feelings hit you, they can overwhelm you. Because you're used to using logic and reason, but when those feelings hit you, they overwhelm you sometimes. And you can't help how you react to something that you're not 100% used to dealing with. And especially on the level that he was dealing with it, the level of sorrow and guilt and shame that he felt. Sometimes it comes out dramatic. Asthma attack. See, that's just the bitterness. And you, Princess Flower, who hurt you? And if he has shown that kind of remorse, that kind of guilt, that kind of shame. You know, I talk to some of these young people nowadays, and they honestly tell me they don't experience shame. They ain't ashamed of nothing that they did. That's not this man. This man experienced, and you can see it, shame, guilt, pain, remorse, repentance. You could tell. Did he almost have it? See, there you go back to the past. Come out of the past, baby. Come out of the past, baby. We talking about the here and the now. I'm pouring my heart out to you right now, and you worried about the past. No, he probably didn't almost have a heart attack from guilt while he was doing the thing that he eventually felt guilty about. That's not the way it works. Sometimes something take over you. Sometimes something take over you, and it's almost like you can't control yourself. That unruly member just takes over, and you fight it, and you fight it. You get in the car like, I ain't got no business going over this girl's house. And you be praying like, Lord, stop me from going over this girl's house. Make the car have a flat tire. Make the car have an accident. Let somebody do something to stop this car from going over to the house. And you get out and you ring the doorbell and you like, Lord, let her not open the door. Let the doorbell malfunction. Lord, let something happen. And she open up the door and you go in. You like, Lord, let her just cook. And let it be something that I hate so bad that it makes me leave. You know, and it's so many things you don't understand and you don't want to do it. And you praying like, Lord, please don't make something happen. Give me ED for the next 20 minutes, Lord, so that I can't perform. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. You ever prayed for ED? I bet he prayed for ED when he was over there. That's erectile dysfunction for those of y'all who don't know. He didn't want to do it. Yes, he literally almost died of guilt. Y'all really don't understand. Have I ever felt that remorseful? I think I have. I think I have. I didn't almost die. I didn't almost have an asthma attack, so I guess not. Which is partially why I understand his was so much greater than mine. I'm not being silly. I'm not being silly. I'm telling you. See, women, y'all don't understand. See, here's why I think a lot of women don't understand. A lot of women don't understand because y'all don't experience that level of guilt. Because y'all rationalize everything y'all do, and somehow it was somebody else's fault. Y'all know, what if it was reversed? If it was reversed, she wouldn't have felt guilty. She would have made it his fault. I wouldn't have cheated on you if you wouldn't have been acting like, you know what I'm saying? It's always somebody else's fault. So women, y'all can't understand the level of guilt that man felt because he's in the habit of taking responsibility for his actions, whereas for the most part, women don't do that. So it seems, oh, you being so dramatic. Like, no. That's what guilt and shame looks like. You being silly. No. I'm trying to help y'all understand that's what guilt and shame look like. Y'all don't recognize it because y'all don't experience it. But if you could just do something one time and actually feel like, you know what? That wasn't his fault that I made that decision. He didn't make me do it. His actions didn't cause me to do it. It's not about how he treating me. I made a terrible decision and I feel guilty about it. Try that one day and then you'll understand. But no, y'all don't feel that way. So to y'all, it sounds crazy. To y'all, it sounds crazy. Somebody who's never experienced actual guilt, watching somebody experience guilt. Temptation is, and I don't know if any other fellas have ever done this, but I'm being transparent. I remember praying. I'm for real, Lord. Let me have a flat tire. Lord, let me have an accident. Let me run out of gas. Let me, But no, the tank was full. Tires had plenty of meat on them, I'm just such a good driver, like, Lord. Let it be a storm and the electricity go out. And so when I ring her little fancy doorbell, it don't work. Let her be asleep so she don't hear me knocking on the door. Something. For real, I'm the only, like y'all think I'm trying to be funny. I'm for real the only one who ever found myself in a position of temptation and I didn't want to do it, but I didn't have a choice. And I prayed for strength and exigent circumstances to help me, and none of that helped. I'm the only one. Is this why you got booed at women's empowerment? Now I got booed at women's, well, kind of, sort of, for telling the truth. Yes, that's why I got booed at women's empowerment. Just don't go. Why are you praying for an accident? It's not that simple. It's not that simple. You always have a choice. Just like y'all always have a choice to admit guilt, but y'all never experienced it. It's always somebody else's fault. Didn't Dwayne's wife forgive him If you without sin, cast the first stone. That's right. That's right. But they really think they without sin. Women really think that they walk around spotless and blameless. Because anything that you can blame them for, they can turn it around and blame it on you. So they really believe that they are the one without sin who can cast the first stone. Ask any woman who cheated on her man and got pregnant. And she told him. Guarantee she didn't tell him feeling bad. She told him, I wouldn't have cheated if you was taking care of business at home. It's his fault for not taking care of business at home. You see these videos of these men who had to take all 3 of their children and secretly get a DNA test and then find out that the children ain't theirs. And when they present it to the woman, what do she say? She don't say, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. But why you going and getting a DNA test? It's his fault for getting the DNA test. It's his fault for going and getting the DNA test for his 7, 8, and 9-year-old. It's his fault. They never say, it's my fault. I cheated on you. I was wrong. I feel bad. Hop in the shower, cry, all that kind of stuff. They never do that. They mad at you, and then, they want to flip it and have sex with you so that you'll forget. Nah, they lie. Say they was done something wrong too or some other malarkey. LaDonna, she might be coming around. She's seen one like that. It's not just one like that. They all over the place. This man taking responsibility. He's feeling guilty and remorseful. She got a good man at home. She gonna put him out. Yeah, Janice, I'm going to go to Bible study. I have to go to Bible study. But I'm praying for forgiveness in all y'all hearts. That's what I'm going to be doing. Forgiveness in all y'all hearts. See, Carolyn, I think you mocking me now. Lord, let my tire blow out. Lord, let me run out of gas. Lord, let the doorbell not work. Lord, let her be asleep. Lord, don't let me fall in this. Yes, don't mock me. You asking for a miracle. You want a miracle. You know what you are mentally fighting and what you don't want to do. Don't mock me. All right. Yeah, I am. I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for forgiveness to enter into all y'all hearts and understanding. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I don't even know if I want to ask y'all to do this because I'm beginning to feel like y'all don't even give a damn if people smile. How do it benefit you? What's wrong with y'all women? Instead of, fellas, do something today. Be the reason that somebody smiles. Ladies, take accountability for something that you've done wrong. Experience the guilt. And hopefully that makes you understand what guilt actually feels like. And then open your heart up to forgiveness. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace!